Ko Holayumla Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rekakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And what you looking at, this will be titled, You Can Run, But You Can't Hide. You cannot hide from the judgment. You cannot hide from prophecy. Okay, and that's what this is all about. It's funny how every day the Bible proves that it's living waters, meaning that it's not old. These are not old fables. This is our history book of you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and it's also the book of prophecy that's going to fulfill the very end, okay, of this kingdom. All right, there was nothing left out. Okay, so what you're looking at here is these spiritual Babylonians, citizens of Babylon, over here in the United States of America, are once again fulfilling prophecy. Look, searches for moving to Canada and Australia also see a major spike, okay? Because that's just a few of the places that these people are Googling. I just happened to take a screenshot. So, hey, we're going to let these scriptures speak, and then Adawan Ratazah, that's Lord willing, we'll get the little video to fill in, to show you once again, prophecy is never mistaken, okay? You may not be on it, but the truth is there, and the seers and the prophets, hey, we're seeing it, and our job is to do what? Get the blood off our hand, give them warning, whether they hear it or bear. Okay? So this is the book of Deuteronomies 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and who is I am He? That's who He told Moses. Okay? That's why we know His name. Yahweh. Yah, He, Howah, be. He exists. Okay? And there is no God, lowercase God, so that's idols, no other power with me. Okay? I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hands. Okay, so right there, that's where I got this title. You can run, but you can't hide. From what? From judgment being fulfilled. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, okay? And the heavens is the sky above us, okay? The atmosphere. And the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts. And what is that host going to? Armies. The army of who? The angels. The big black, what you know is black, what you want to refer to as black, but actually brown, big brown, black bearded men. Okay? Angels. All right? Led by Yahweh Shai. Okay? And in the day of his fierce anger. And see, once again, I don't know how you can be in a whorehouse and get around this, meaning that church, and get around these verses, man. With, I guess, all this stumping and dancing, uh, you ain't got time to bring out the true scriptures, huh? Okay. I mean, for real, how often do we see this? Okay, and in the day of his fierce anger, not his joy, not his fierce forgiveness, okay, his judgment, all right? And it shall be as a chase roe and as a sheep that no man taketh up. And why does it say sheep? Because sheep is helpless, okay? And without the shepherd, you're gonna get slaughtered, okay? They shall every man turn to his own people. And what does his own people mean? His nationality. Once again, this is proof that we're all not just mixed mutts out here. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not the author of confusion. Okay? And flee everyone into his own land. And I want to get the Bible comparison of that. Okay? This is the NLT specifically. Look what it says. Everyone in Babylon, spiritual Babylon, over here in the United Snakes of America, will run about like a hunted gazelle, okay? And you know how they leap when they run. Like a sheep without a shepherd. They will try to find their own people and flee to their own land. So that's a promise from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're not going to get around that, okay? You're not going to get around that. All right? Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. And everyone, Salakia. We're going to go, let me read this again, 14. And it shall be as a chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, his heritage, his nationality, and flee everyone into his own land. Okay? Now, let's get this. Fair use, copyright 107. I'm not selling any product. This is strictly educational purposes.
After Donald Trump's victory, thousands of Americans are planning to pack their bags and move abroad. Google search data shows U.S. citizens are actively researching how to move to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Among these people could be Hollywood celebrities like Sharon Stone, Cher, and Jimmy Kimmel, all of whom declared they would leave the country rather than live under a second Trump presidency. Our next report brings you more.
President-elect Donald Trump's victory wasn't a happy ending for everyone after all. While some saw his re-election as a personal win, others expressed fear about America's future and declared the Republicans' triumph a war on women. With Donald Trump set to begin his second presidency next January, scores of Americans are now planning to pack their bags and move to a different country. Recent Google search data shows just that. Americans are worried about Trump's apparent threat to democracy and are now showing interest in moving to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. As the polls closed in the US East Coast on Election Day, Google searches for move to New Zealand jumped nearly 2,000%. That too, only within 24 hours. Meanwhile, a similar search for Canada surged over 1,200%, and the one for Australia climbed over 800%. A Google official says that after the president-elect's win, searches about migrating to these three countries hit an all-time high. America's very same sentiment was also reflected upon New Zealand's immigration website. The site recorded around 25,000 new US-based users the day Donald Trump delivered his victory speech. The same day last year, only 1,500 Americans visited the website. Among the people planning to move abroad is a host of Hollywood celebrities who, before the election, went as far as to declare that they would rather leave than live under Trump's rule. One of them is singer and actor Cher, who said she almost got an ulcer the last time Trump won. Another is actor Sharon Stone, who was considering a house in Italy.
Look, the wicked flee when nobody pursueth. But once again, this is you can run, but you can't hide. From what? Judgment.
Thrones star Sophie Turner also said that if Trump returns to power, she will get out and move to her home country, the United Kingdom. Actor America Ferrera, too, is planning to start a new life with her husband in the United Kingdom. After the results, a teary-eyed TV host, Jimmy Kimmel, also talked about packing up and exiting the United States, adding a comedic tone to an otherwise serious sentiment. Of course, it's too early to predict how many Americans will actually move abroad and how many will decide.
Okay. Salakia. Once again, with Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Okay, so this is what's coming over here to spiritual Babylon. And once again, the scriptures have warned you that you're going to see these other nationalities flee. Okay, these people are going to look for their people. Now, I got a question. Jacob, where are your people going to go? What land do we own? They occupy our land. Okay, so once again, we have to wait for Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai to deliver us. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. Okay, we got a lot of strong-minded men. They think they strong. You know, they not mighty like the Russians. Okay, because they've been sissified over here in spiritual Babylon. Okay, starting with the hormones they put in our food, and then with the mentality. Okay, that the rulers come with the laws and the measurements. You know, that all that ABC 1 2 3 agenda pushing. Okay, and the grinders cease because there are few. And what's the grinders? These jobs. Now we've already seen these corporations leaving the United States. You know, once again, a lot of those tariffs that they so-called slap on these countries come back to affect our people more. Okay, then you see all these people up and vacating. What does that mean? It's going to be more jobs? No, it's going to be fewer jobs to man. Okay, and those that look out of the window be darkened. Now, if you don't remember during the pandemic when they had us all locked down in the house and telling us that we had to have essential paperwork, man, just walking down the street, you actually seen people's face out the windows looking darkened, looking like there was nowhere to go, nothing for them to do, just while taking a casual neighborhood walk. Okay, so just imagine the sincerity of this next one, because that was just a trial. Okay, this next one's going to be don't come out, and them troops is going to be outside. And I'd like to see the Bible comparison to that as well. Okay, I'm not seeing nothing that jumps out at me. Okay, yeah, nothing special. I hope the point was made through the King James version. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Once again, that goes into your working, to your jobs, okay? Providing for your families. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Now, these daughters of music, look around. Look who they use, Come On Our Harris, to uplift you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, to seduce you into a vote. Sexy Reds, Cardi B's, Nicki Minaj's. All of these people was on the roster of Come On Our Harris. Okay, the wicked daughters who once again sell themselves as harlots. Okay, so you know, yeah. Once again, this is prophecy just being fulfilled. All right, now as these conditions take place, I'm about to end this off. What is this telling you? What is this lining directly up to? Let me help you out. Right here, 2nd Esdras chapter 15. We're gonna start at verse 10. I pray that this has been edifying. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Who are my people? You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, okay? And how are they led to the slaughter? By putting a woe to them who go down to Babylon, spiritual Egypt for help. Okay, woe to them to go down to Egypt for help, which is spiritual Egypt over here, and it's about to say it. Okay, them now. Okay, once again, second Esdras 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Okay, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. All right, and we're gonna keep going, so I don't even have to explain that. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Okay, and that's his son Yahushua in the host, the army, and those coming in those chariots, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Once again, listen, as before. This is not a mistake. Now, are we over in spiritual Egypt right now? Hell, not the collection, a remnant maybe, a small remnant of us, because we're scattered amongst all the nations, but the majority of our people are over here in spiritual Babylon, which is also spiritual Egypt, because it's bondage, okay? So as before, meaning he's going to do it again this time around, and will destroy all the land thereof. And once again, that's a promise. This place is going to be left desolate as a memorial, okay? I'm going to skip down to 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Now, what does that sound like? Woe to the world, the book of Revelations, because Satan has but a little time to come down with his wrath, okay? And one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hands, okay? For there shall be sedition amongst men. Now, what is sedition going to? Gang bang fighting? Just normal rioting? No. Sedition goes into going directly against the government, all right? And once again, why are these people threatening to leave United States of America? Because Trump got in the office. Now, if Trump did not get in the office, what was being threatened? And the same mentality, not leaving, they was going to take up and take arms and take the United States back. These militias, okay? Once again, so it looks like any way you play it, sedition was coming, because it's what? The will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Trump is not sent here. Nero was not sent here to be a savior. Neither was Kamala Harris, especially for you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay? For there shall be sedition amongst men, okay, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Who are our kings and princes? These so-called senators, politicians, your governments, your governors, your mayors, your senators, and your fake ass politician presidents. All of them being fake. Okay, but still, that's who's put up in the position, and that's who are not going to be regarded in these last days. Okay, and the case and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, and once again, you see these people training up for this condition where does the scripture say the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, and that's the time we're in, because of iniquities have abode, because of sins, okay, on this earth has reached up to the heavens. All right, I'm gonna read this 16 again. Second Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition amongst men. Remember, that goes into clashing with your government and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, your modern day politician leaders, okay? And the course of their actions, which will be violence, shall stand in their power, okay? A man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able. And why is that? Because what we just read in verse 16, you don't think that's going to be met with action? Okay, okay, what happened when the BML, all right, which was set up by Edom, okay, ran and established by Edom, okay, order out of chaos. They had those troops out there, okay, and once again, that was just a little slither. This one is going to continue. This is not going to be brought back down. They setting up these 15-minute cities. They send them up all of these roundabouts. You're getting used to all of these roundabouts that's going to lead you in one direction towards those tanks, towards go this way or that way that we tell you. No options, no four-way options, okay? All right? So once again, a man shall desire to go into another city, and because of FEMA, because of martial law, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Oh, all these mighty men, I'm not afraid of anything. Oh, okay. In this day you will be, and we're going to back that up using these scriptures. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbors. And what kind of men are coming over into this country? These so-called migrants, those Gober troops, okay? Sleeper cells, all right, coming over here getting paid, furnished to come cause chaos to this place. Once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua said, I will send fanners to fan this place. And when you go into the NLT and the NIV, it tells you foreigners, okay? Those fanners are foreigners to come utterly destroy this place, okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations, okay? And once again, I pray that this has been edifying. This is, you can run, but you can't hide. From what? Judgment. This is the book of Jeremiah 30. And once again, we read Isaiah 13 and 14 that all of these people are going to come together and want to go back to their people and go back to their lands. Moab, Ammon, okay, Ham, you name it. These other Europeans that like Trump's wife didn't even come from here, okay? So, Jacob, here anyway, Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Have you ever seen men pregnant? The answer is no. Okay, not this weird psyched out shit that you see, this transformer wannabes that you see, but a natural man born out of a woman that has never been pregnant. Okay, he provides the seed. She is the ground. Okay, she is the womb. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin? Now remember, this is a promise from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. As a woman in travail, as a woman about to have that started those birth contractions, and there's no going back until that baby is birthed. Okay? And all faces turn into paleness. Now we know that turn into paleness is strictly fear. You've seen it in cartoons, you've seen it in movies, okay? A man will freeze up and won't be able to move, won't be able to speak. Okay, no control of his muscles due to fear. Okay, arise, for the day is great, so that none is like it. And Yahweh Shah said it would be perilous times, meaning hard to take, chaos, destruction. Okay, savage. Okay, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, okay? And why is it named Jacob's trouble? Because you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, yes, you speckled birds that look like the other nations who fathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, judgment must start at you. And this judgment is for the whole world, okay? But he's bringing it to you first, okay? His children. But he shall be saved out of it, and that he is the election. The 1/3 of Yasharallah, starting with the 144, the election, the government of the new kingdom, Yasharallah, when it comes to earth, okay? When Yahweh Shah rules over it, he should be saved out of it, the election. The 2/3 will be punished, okay? Once again, you can run, but you can't hide, okay, from judgment. And with that, I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.